Episode 17. I think we've got to
it?
stop counting it now because I'm losing count.
Is it 17?
17.
17. Right.
Yeah, that's a big number, that. We are flying through it. And do you know what? I have to apologise if you're watching this and not just listening. I feel like a wet dog.
We got soaked, didn't we?
We got soaked, honestly. I mean, if you follow us on socials, Keep It Grief HQ, you'll see on our stories that we were absolutely battered.
It was sunny when I left. I brought my sunglasses.
Yeah, you look like you were prepared for all occasions, to be fair. But
I mean, to be fair, I wear sunglasses most of the time.
Protect those beautiful blue eyes. That's what it is. You like that, you blush. Welcome to Keep It Grief, proudly in partnership with the Estate Registry. How has your week been, mate? No, before you even say how your week's been. Okay, I've been waiting on this question all week.
Right.
Because you teased us last week and said, I'm hoping next week the van will be done. Is it done?
It's not done, but it's half of it's done. I'm hoping by the end of this week it'll be MOT'd and ready to go.
I mean, I feel like each week you go, by the end of this week.
Yeah, but like all the time that bit's getting finalised, I have been working on the inside.
Yeah.
I built a cupboard, a wardrobe.
Oh,
Full
all your gear and...
Yeah.
And put your tux in
I've built
there.
a wardrobe before.
No, was it? So what do you still do the whole IKEA thing that you do for a house?
No, I built a wardrobe.
Oh, just like you've got the wood and...
Yeah, some wooden
custom
battens
made?
and shelves and stuff.
Oh. Did you paint it then, or did you keep it just...
No, I haven't done. I haven't put a door in it yet. It's just like shelves. And
nice. Modern. And
But
what
yeah,
about the tiles on the kitchen? All done?
I've just ordered some more to finish them off.
Fine,
Yeah.
fine.
So yeah, it's all sort of coming together.
So if, like me, you were looking forward to episode 17 and thinking the van will be up and running.
So yeah, in the whole 17 weeks,
Yeah.
it hasn't moved, has it? No.
No, it hasn't. But that's all right.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's fine. Because you know what? This podcast is here for the long run. So
it's fine.
It gives us some content each week, doesn't it? How's the rest of your week anyway?
Up and down.
Yeah.
I had a bit of a meltdown on, I don't know, the weekend, Saturday, was it?
What happened?
I don't know, it's just all built up.
Yeah.
That's what tends to happen most weeks. It just sort of builds up and then
So what did you do
went to my spot, didn't I?
at the groin?
Went to the groin. It was really nice. Well, nice, but it was a bit stormy. I like it like that.
You like a bit of moodiness, yeah.
So I went down there. I was the only person there, funnily enough.
Yeah. You've scared everyone else off.
Oh, we had people mostly go down there when it's nice, don't they? But I just sat there and had a moment, you know.
So there was nothing that particularly spurred it. It was just...
Not really. Like, I've been speaking to her best friend quite a lot, and no, it's not her fault, but she went down to where we were going to get married just to see it because she'd never seen it.
Where was that?
Down in Harlem Bay in Cornwall.
Nice.
Little house overlooking the beach and stuff. You know, and some of her ashes are down there and that. And her friend went down and saw it and showed me some really nice pictures of her and her children on the beach that we used to hang out on and stuff. It was really nice actually to see them down there.
But
yeah,
I guess
you know,
it almost,
brings...
you see that photo and you think there should be someone in that photo down there.
Yeah, of course. But, you know, I'm still glad that she went down there and sent me the picture. So really
well,
nice.
I mean, the thing is as well, is it's just even keeping those relationships, isn't it? Like the fact that that's the thing with these, we've said it before about the people that stick around.
Yeah.
Actually...
I mean, she's always been brilliant anyway.
Exactly, and having that contact, you still have that side of Lottie there in a way.
Yeah, I love seeing her and talking to her because, yeah.
And you always will have that because she was a dear.
I think she feels the same. It's that connection with Lottie, you know.
Yeah, no, for sure. And you know, the fact of the matter is she misses Lottie just like you do, so she gets it, you know.
Absolutely.
And it's nice to have someone who definitely gets it. And
yeah, it was lovely to see her down there, you know. But yeah, it brings with it, you know. But that's fine. I'm okay. I'd rather that than.
And do you feel better now after having that, as you called it, a meltdown? Do you feel better for it?
I don't know. Better. Yeah, I guess I do feel.
Do you feel less heavy?
Yeah, I always feel like it's needed, and yeah.
And I guess sometimes it brings you closer to her as well.
I get a funny. It's a weird one. I don't know if enjoyment's the word, but I like doing it. I like going down there having a cry, you know.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think people who haven't been through it would be like, God, this guy needs therapy. You're like, one, I already have therapy.
I think someone said to me, like, you know, I don't know, it almost as if they were saying like I'm sort of punishing myself.
Yeah.
But it's not that. It's not that. I'm not.
So you don't think you are punishing yourself?
No. It's sad, and I'm all right with that. Yeah.
I mean, I would counter argue what they're saying by saying actually, what you're doing is making yourself more emotionally, you know, intelligent by doing that, and also closer to Lottie.
That's exactly. It's a connection. It brings the connection back, because sometimes, like we've spoken about before, everyday life happens, and I never forget about her, but you just get immersed in life, and it's nice just to sit in the quiet or with some music on and just be with her. You know?
It's funny you should say that, actually, because I had this week, or last week actually, the similar thing where I was in the car back, and I think I was in the car back from the gym or something like that, and I thought, oh God, have I thought about Mum today?
Yeah.
And then in my head I was like, of course I thought about Mum. Like, my mum is in the back of my mind constantly.
Yeah.
But you then have that thing,
yourself,
you're like, oh my God, I haven't thought enough about her today.
I get that. I feel that all the time. Yeah.
But I know then in my head I could hear her almost going, don't be so stupid. You're getting on with your day. You don't need to be thinking about me every single second of the day. But I get that. And when you go to your place and you go and have a chat and you go and have a cry or whatever, suddenly it just gives you the chance to bring her back into focus again, doesn't it?
Yeah. And like I've always said, I want to keep her present as much as I can in my life as it is now. So, yeah, I feel it's...
Last week it was mine and Lucy's anniversary, which you sent a nice automated email from neilcollinsfilm.com.
All handwritten.
Yeah, always handwritten, saying, hi, Jonny and Lucy, just want to wish you a happy anniversary. How are you spending it? And I was like, well, I'll be seeing you in a couple of days. But yeah, so that was our 4th anniversary last week. And... you know, you on your phone and stuff, the memories come up, and thanks to your wonderful films and stuff.
Your mum was a huge part of the day, right?
She was a huge part of the day. I mean, she's a huge part of any day.
Yeah.
She's just a big character. But, you know, you see her, the smile that was on her face and stuff, and that day. And she said, and do you know, she loved watching your film more than anything. She'd sit there with my dad and just watch it. No, honestly, it was though. Like, we gave her a copy, and she'd sit there and she'd watch it on repeat and repeat. And she said, apart from the day that I was born, it was her favourite day of her life, and she got to relive that thanks to your film and stuff. It's like I'm promoting you now.
neilcollinsfilms.com.
But yeah, it was just, you know, the anniversary was, Lucy was actually away for it, and I was actually with Shania Twain of all people on our anniversary. So, you know, if Lucy's going away for our anniversary, I'm going to spend it with Shania. Ah, look, here he is. Do you know how many people sent me that joke on the day that I announced I was doing it? But yeah, so we'll get to Shania in a sec, but also what we did as kind of a late thing, we went to see Boyzone and S Club.
Did you?
Yeah.
I watched the Boyzone documentary the other day.
I haven't seen it, but apparently it's quite...
yeah, it's pretty intense.
Because of Mikey, bless him. I mean, the 4 of them, if you don't know about Boyzone, there were 5. They sadly lost Stephen Gately.
That's right.
Yeah. In 2009, I believe it was. And he was a huge part of that show on Saturday. Huge part. They did him so much justice, so beautifully kept him as an integral part of the show.
I remember at the time, because that bit where, I remember it from at the time as well, where when he was in the church the day before the funeral, they all stayed in the church.
That's it.
Which I thought was beautiful.
Stunning. It's really stunning. And you could tell that he was a brother.
On his own.
No, and especially Ronan, you could just see, I mean, I've hosted gigs that Ronan Keating's done before, and he always mentions him.
Yeah.
And you can see how deeply hurt he is by it.
They're still all, well, and obviously they're still all
affected. Yeah, I mean, but it shows how time doesn't change things in that respect. You know, 17 years on now.
Yeah.
But yeah, what they did was they did a list of names of all of the fans that had passed away that had followed them. And it was like a whole, you know, if you imagine in a film, the credits roll. So while they're doing this ode to him, they also had all these names of people. I'm only guessing that fans have submitted these names. And it was really emotional. I mean, I went with, and she won't mind me saying this, I went with a friend who recently lost her mum. And And you know, we bonded. There was 6 of us, but we bonded a lot over it. Obviously, kind of I wanted to be there as much as I could for her because I got what she was going through.
Yeah.
But there was a moment that was really tough, and she had a cry and stuff, and you could just see that, you know, again, it's like what I've talked about other concerts that I've been to, the Akon one where you said about the Guardian Angels and stuff like that, and you know, Kingfisher, that everyone has a story to tell.
And like grief connects us all, you know. I was speaking to you know, I do that other podcast. I was speaking to
No.
I was speaking to this guy who used to be in Miles Hunt. He used to be in the Wonder Stuff.
Yeah,
he's in the Wonder Stuff. They're still going. We interviewed him, but he's in this other band called Vent 414. I'm just promoting all the bands. And
yeah, go on.
One of their fans was dying, and like her brother got in contact. And their dying wish was that Miles went and sort of saw her because she was like a lifelong. I think he knew her kind of anyway, just from because she was a fan. And he wrote this song about her, and it's the most beautiful thing.
What's it called?
I think it's called Lucinda something. So I can't remember the full something to do with Lucinda, I think. But it's just,
we'll have to add it to our Keep It Grief.
It's just
playlist.
A beautiful song, but not in the way you think. It's just really sort of, it's quite a brutal song. It's very honest, but it's just
music moves you, man. We've said that plenty of times. And also, just to remind you, if you're new here, firstly, welcome. But there is a Keep It Grief playlist, which you can find by just searching on Spotify. Just search Keep It Grief. You'll find us and you'll find that playlist. And just let us know if you want us to add any of your songs. We'll definitely add that on there then, because that's one to add.
Yeah, I'll send you the thing.
But yeah, I just think it was a really powerful thing, and there were people crying all over the place. It was a very emotional, I mean, it is their farewell tour, essentially. And Mikey was there, who has gone through some real mental health battles in Boyzone. And, you know, he only 3 of them came out at first, and we're like, where's Mikey? Where's the 4th one? And then he was raised up in a chair. 11 o'clock? Alarm's gone every week. He was raised up in a chair, and then he literally stayed there for 1 song, or 2 songs, and then was raised back down again.
That was it.
And that was it. And I think he came up for the last one, but he didn't look well, bless him. But he's gone through a lot of mental health troubles.
Happens to the best of us.
And keeping with the music theme, as I say, I was with Shania Twain.
That don't impress me much.
Yeah, and he's done it twice. He's done the same joke twice. And she was there to promote not only the fact that she's with Harry Styles on tour this month, but also her new album, which is called Little Miss Twain. And Shania, if you happen to be watching this, we want you on this podcast, because actually what she talks about, or what she sings about in that album, is all about her childhood. There's a big dedication to her mum as well,
right? Yeah.
Who died. In fact, she lost both her parents. And what happened was she had to dedicate all of her life. So she grew up in absolute poverty, proper poverty. She talked about she's having to have mayonnaise sandwiches and stuff like that. You know, she was singing in bars at the age of 8, just to make some money for the family and stuff. Anyway, her parents died, and everything changed for her, and she had to end up looking after both siblings, or however many siblings she had. Everything got thrown out the window. She didn't actually end up going to Nashville until she was, I think, something like in her late 20s or something.
Yeah.
She's from Canada, obviously, and she was just talking about how grief can throw everything out of the window. Like, it's not just what happened, it's what happens afterwards with grief. It's how life is changed, how life is thrown out. Some of the hardest grief isn't missing what was, it's missing what would have been. And I think that's exactly what she found there, is that could she have been doing her music before the late 20s, and where would she be? I mean, she's done pretty all right, to be fair, Shania,
not bad.
But I think we can relate to that, right? Like, when someone dies, it throws out what would have been. Like for you.
Yeah, I mean, everything changed. That you know.
What was the thing that threw your, you know, obviously when she passed, how would you say your life's changed?
Well, the obvious, I'm on my own again.
Yeah.
just that's the hardest thing. Like, she was the only person who really got me, like, I've got, obviously my parents have been brilliant, but that person that you're with, the in jokes,
Yeah.
just everything. She was the one person that sort of gave me some peace, I think.
And I guess the other thing for you is that obviously you were due to get married.
Yeah.
So you had this, I know it's more for her that she had this big dream of a big wedding and stuff, but you had this wedding.
Not a big wedding.
No, a little wedding in Cornwall.
Yeah, a really nice little wedding, yeah.
But you had that in your vision for your plans and stuff like that. And I guess that must be a hard thing for you, because grief, that's a pure example of what we're saying, is where grief suddenly changes everything.
It's brutally cruel. And children as well. Like,
was that on the horizon for you?
Yeah, we wanted children. That's all she ever wanted to do, was be a mum. So, yeah, that was, I mean, obviously, she had her issues and stuff, but I think we would have made it happen. So that's probably not on the cards for me anymore, because, I'm not looking for anyone else. And
yeah.
No one knows what the future's going to bring, but yeah, so that's all been taken away.
And that's a second wave of grief in a way, isn't it? Because not only are you missing Lottie, but I guess the thought of a family of your own and stuff like that,
it's all gone. Yeah, it's difficult.
Must be a hard one to take that, mate. 100%. And I guess for you as well, it's that whole, like, it's not just losing Lottie, it's losing a life that you had planned out. And whereas for me, it's a slightly different thing, because, it's mum was a part of the life, but wasn't my life.
It doesn't change,
I guess for me, I think where it changes what would have been is, with Louis.
Yeah, I was going to say, obviously Louis.
Hugely. And it's so evident. It's like a slap in the face every time, because it's like you see these other parents that are like, oh yeah, we went out, and I'm not saying mum would have just been a babysitter, but it's like those things where you go.
It must be difficult, like, with his other grandparents, seeing 100%. Them. Obviously you love them to bits as well, but
of course I do,
and he does.
But I wish it was my mum.
Of course, yeah.
And they know that, and I think, bless her, my mother-in-law has even said to Lucy before that she feels guilty.
Yeah, of course.
And I said, she doesn't need to feel guilty. No, it's not her doing.
I get it, yeah.
But it's really difficult, because it's like you see him playing there, and you see him going, Nanny, I'm going to go and see Nanny, and you think each time it breaks my heart a little bit.
Yeah.
Each time it's just it's a tough thing to handle, because it's like that should be.
Yeah, it's like Lottie's nephews and nieces with their other aunties and uncles. It's like, but
But she is ingrained in there. Like, I just said it as a joke. He said, I don't know why he said it, but the other day Lucy said to him, who's Pops' best friend? That's what he calls my dad. And he said, oh, Willow, the dog. And then he said, who's Granddad's best friend? That's Lucy's dad. And he said, oh, Nanny, or whatever. And then he said, who's Daddy's best friend? And out of nowhere, he went, Nana. And I was like, what? I mean, what? Like, it came out of nowhere. And then I said, which Nana? And he went, Betty. And I was like, oh, it's really, like, he just knows things without me having to tell him stuff. And that's really nice. But what I would give, like, we're all going on holiday together, Lucy, Louis, myself, and then her family. And dad was invited. Dad would have been there and stuff. But what it would have been, and this is again where grief changes the future, is it would have been us just doing loads of holidays all together. And we all would have been there. And it's just that always having something missing there. And it's hard, It's
brutal.
But that is the thing. Sometimes loss doesn't just break your heart in that moment. It changes your life. Maybe your plans change, like we were saying. Maybe your priorities change, like I was saying. Maybe you're suddenly caring for someone else. You're moving house because you have to, taking on responsibilities you never expected, or simply trying to work out what life looks like now. And whilst you're trying to contemplate all of that, life, unfortunately for everyone else, as we've said, keeps on moving. Responsibilities don't disappear. And sometimes people find themselves waiting months for probate while trying to adjust to a life that they never planned for. Exactly what we're just talking about. That's one of the reasons our partners at the Estate Registry created Inherit Now, because when your life has been redirected by loss, sometimes what you need most is a little bit of breathing space. So if you've been left money in a will or you need to sell a property, Inherit Now may be able to help you access some of that inheritance sooner rather than waiting for the whole probate process to finish. That can be a long time. And they can also help with inheritance tax loans as well, because many families are surprised to discover that inheritance tax often has to be paid before probate can even move forward. Everything is regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority, so you're safe. And the whole idea is simply to make life a little bit easier at a time when life has already become much harder, because grief doesn't just change how you feel, sometimes it changes everything afterwards too. If you'd like to find out more, you can head to inheritnow.co.uk or call 0333 555 0569. So, we always love to hear from you and your emails. It's very simple to get through to us. You can either DM us on our socials, Keep It Grief HQ, or you can email us hello@keepitgrief.com. And we had an email through here. The subject was the last person who remembers. And again, this is why I put this in here, because I thought this email was pretty apt. Hi, Jonny and Neil. My granddad died over 10 years ago now. Most people in my life never met him. My children never knew him. I was telling a story about him recently and realised there are fewer and fewer people left who remember him the way I do. It suddenly hit me that one day I might be the last person alive who remembers certain things about him. Not the big things, just the little things. The way he'd laugh, the phrases he'd use, the way he'd always carry boiled sweets in his pocket. I don't know why, but I found that really emotional. Love the podcast, Rachel. It's things like the boiled sweets.
Yeah.
Things that only you'd pick up on. Do you know what I mean? It's stuff that other people don't realise. And I thought with that, the fact that less and less people remember them the way you do, that's something that I really struggle with.
Yeah. Well, we try and keep them alive, don't we?
It's the whole purpose of this as well, isn't it?
Yeah. It terrifies me too, that people won't know. I really want our nephews and nieces to know. I think some of them will remember her. Some of them maybe not. One of them wasn't even born. But I really need them to know what sort of person she was.
And only you can do that, really.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously her siblings can too.
Yeah.
But that was the thing that I had this realisation the other day, and this is why this email really hit with me, because I had this realisation the other day when we were in Disney. And it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. I said to Lucy, when my dad goes, no one will be there to remember what happened. Because I have no siblings. Yeah. So it's just my memories. And eventually my memories will fade as I get older. And suddenly it's as if that never happened.
Yeah.
And that was a real tough thing to take. Like, there was the three of us, my memories, my mum's memories and my dad's memories, the three of us together. There's nobody else in the world who has those memories. I can't share them with a sibling.
Yeah.
I can't go, oh, do you remember the time that we went to the crab shack in America, for example?
Yeah.
Now my dad can remember it, but one day he'll be gone and it'll just be me that's left. And it's like, no one else is there to share those memories with me. And that was a real... You're there, yeah, but you are here.
I get it.
It's like
I get it.
It's like for you and I guess you and Lottie in a way, in the sense that those things that happen between you, only you two can have those memories, which is a lovely thing to have.
Yeah.
And that's what's really precious, is that, like, even now when I think of Lucy and Louie and myself, like, these memories that we're making together are amazing. But I have to give him a sibling or something from personal experience so that he can go, do you remember what Mum and Dad did?
Yeah. Well, I think that's one important why we have to keep sharing their stories and what they were like, you know.
Yeah.
It's not, I don't think it's dwelling on it, like some people say and stuff. I don't think it's that. I think it's just they're a big part of our lives, always will be. And they're special people and everyone should know what sort of people they were.
But I just think, I mean, I don't know if you're in kind of the similar position to me, in the sense that, I mean, if you're an only child or even if you're not, that it's just those memories that are so precious and they seem like they'll last an eternity, and they will, but there's suddenly a lot of pressure on you for yourself.
Write them down.
Write them down. I think that's a really good thing to do. There's a lot of pressure on on you for yourself, and I feel this pressure now to keep those memories alive.
Yeah.
Because if I let them go, they're gone forever.
Yeah.
If I forget about them, they're gone forever.
Yeah.
And if you forget those memories, you forget that person or a part of that person.
Yeah, that's why I go to my spot and I bring up the photos and, try and, it's getting further and further away, I know, but...
Yeah. I mean, the one thing that... What's the one thing that you think with Lottie, in talking of memories, what's the one thing that you think you never want to let go and you want to keep that memory alive for everyone to know?
Just the relationship we had together with the fun aspect. She was just a really hilarious person, beautiful person, and she just made me feel at peace.
And I think if we could take anything from this, I mean, for me, I think the memories for Mum would be, like you say, her sense of humour, her laughing, her constant positivity, even in hard times where she had her health battles and stuff like that.
Yeah, she was the same.
I think that's what I would say to you, and we don't give advice. We don't give any advice here, but just keep sharing their positive memories and share it with us as well, because we want to hear it. I've said it before, and I'd love to get you on the podcast at some point as well, because...
Me?
No, yeah. At some point you start adding into the podcast. I think it'd be nice to get people on at some point just to share their stories,
Definitely.
We've had a lot of well-known people on here so far as well, but it'd be nice to get people that listen to the podcast and enjoy the podcast and come on. So you can always drop us an email as well at hello@keepitgrief.com. And next week, obviously, it's going to be a big one that I'd usually say trigger warning, but I feel like if people are on this podcast, they kind of know it's quite a triggering podcast if they've lost someone. Next week is Father's Day.
Yeah.
And I know for you, that could be quite a tricky one for several different angles.
I
think for many people, if you've lost your dad, if you've lost a partner that is a dad to your children, maybe, it's a real tough week. But we'd like to tackle it with you. So make sure you join us for that. And, by all means, as I said, we like to hear about your partners, about your dads and stuff as well. So DM us, our socials are there, Keep It Grief HQ. We'll also be joined by a guest that's part of this podcast in a way that you've never seen before. I guess you've heard about them, but he'll be joining us next week. So he'll be coming all the way from America to join us on here. So make sure you join us for that next Wednesday. But for now, thank you very much to you. Thank you to the Estate Registry, as always, and follow us on Spotify and all our socials as well. You can subscribe on YouTube too. We'll see you next week. Cheers, mate.
See you next week.